Hi everybody, welcome to TCM Time. That's traditional Chinese medicine with me, Kathy Young. Today we're in our Tai Chi class, it's Thursday, and we're continuing with our Tai Chi Ball training to find a roundness in our own body and to transfer that feeling of that roundness and that softness into our Tai Chi practice, our Tai Chi form. Good. So today we're going to jump straight in, so feel free to grab your ball at home if you have a sports ball. Or if you don't have any balls at home, just use your Chi ball. That's using the middle finger down to the center of your palm, using the Chi to connect on both sides. So if you are at home and you do have what's called a Tai Chi Ruler, feel free to use the Tai Chi Ruler, aligning both palms. Good. So the whole idea that we're working on, first of all, is the coordination of the left hand and the right hand. So just play around with whatever you have. If you have a ball, use a ball. If you have a Tai Chi ruler, just play around. See if you can get used to that feeling of your left hand communicating with your right hand. When your right hand moves, observe how your left hand responds, and vice versa, just like a conversation. Good. See if you can add in, like both hands moving at the same time. Good. Now observe, see how your spine is responding. See if your spine can create the movement and less of the hands. See if you can add in your chest. So every time your ball comes in, sink in the chest and circulate from the spine and chest. And just be freestyle. Right now we're only learning how to communicate between left hand, right hand, spine and chest. So in between, feel free to change between your Tai Chi ruler and if you have a ball, change with the ball. Get used to both feelings. Good. So to break it down, slowly we're walking through the whole Tai Chi Ball curriculum. We started with what we call vertical circling. And what you'll see is I'm making a vertical circle coming from my belly up to my head. And you'll see from my chest, I extend forward, making what we call a forward vertical circling. So see if everybody can walk through it with me, starting from your dantian. Inhale, lifting up the ball, extending it in a nice round motion. Back to dantian and extend. Let's go through vertically from the sides, like left or right. Your feet are still pointing forward, knees are pointed forward, and I'm only twisting my hip and the knees slightly follow. If you're on your right, check yourself. You're massaging your liver area every time you squeeze and bend down. And you're also stretching it open on the right and extending it. Stretching and squeeze is good, very good circulation for the liver area. And if you're on your left, so we change by the dantian. Some of you might be going to your right now. If you're following with me, I'm on my left. On your left, you're helping your spleen, pancreas. Squeezing and stretching. Squeezing and stretching. Two things to check for. Are you making a good palm posture? So that means no pinching of the elbow, keeping always a little space right over the elbow and under your armpit. So I don't collapse the palm all the way. I'm keeping a space in between, over and under the elbow. So one trick to use is paying attention to your chest. As you're bringing the ball in, try don't use your elbows, but using your chest. Sinking the chest to bring the ball in. Yay, much better. Sinking the chest to allow the ball to come in, rather than pulling on the elbows. Feel free to change left or right, but still focusing on the palm structure, using your chest to bring in the ball rather than the elbows. Feel free to go through spiraling left and right. So using your waist to create the spiral. The ball is starting in one plane and finishing in another plane. Good, and a reminder to use your chest, sink in the chest. Good. And before we work on the S curve, to change from a forward motion, forward circling, to a backward circling. So see if you can watch from the top, extending the S, forward, backward, and forward. And now I'm in a backward circle. So let's stick on the backward circle for a little while. Remember, this is a yin circle. Yin is in, yang is extend. So check yourself. Are you opening the lower back? Ming Men. Between L2 and L3 every time. Just practice opening Ming Men with the body movement. Let's change to one side. Stay on the right or the left. On the right, squeezing and stretching the liver. On the left, squeezing and stretching the spleen pancreas. Feel free to experiment slow and softly, and the opposite fast and a little harder. Check your chest. Are you sinking the chest as the ball comes in? Making space for the ball to come in. Okay, much better, very good. Making space to let the ball come in. Very good movements, and very good job. Slowly, let's come to the dantian and change to the other side. My feet are still pointing forward to create a slight twist in my knees and my hips. Good, and remember to sink the chest to make space for the ball to come in. Okay, that's it. See if you can create space with your chest, but also your lower back, Ming Men. Okay, retreat to allow the ball to come in. Coming back in the spiral. Let's using our waist to go left and right. The ball is starting from one place and finishing in another place. Still watching your elbows, keeping a palm structure around us in the arms and around us in the chest. See if you can change from left to right, changing always from the dantian. Now spiral through the air. Remember, starting the ball one place, finishing another, using the waist. Good. Let's all try an S curve from the top From the top, coming inward, changing, going outward, coming back in, and changing to a forward circle. Finishing the S curve. Change from a yin to a yang circle. At your own pace, try a few S curves on the top, few S curves on the bottom. If you want to follow with me, I'll guide you through. Circling from the top, S curve, outward, inward, outward, and yin circle, backward circle. Let's all do an S curve again from the top. From the top, inward, outward, inward again. Now change to a forward circle. From the top, one S curve, forward, backward, and forward, coming into a backward circle. Let's all try the S curve from the bottom. From the bottom, S, forward, backward, and forward. And again, S curve from the bottom, forward, backward. Oh, I lost myself from the bottom. Let's all go backward circle. From the bottom of the backward circle, let's go forward, backward, and forward, making an S. And again, let's try another S curve from the bottom. Try it on your own. And you should be in the backward circle now. And again, S curve from the bottom. Coming into a forward circle. And take 2 minutes to freestyle on your own. See if you can do it on your own, making an S circle, S curve, switching from backward to forward. One thing to add, remember you can try S curve while spiraling through the air, using your hip to direct it. Check yourself, are you still using chest and palm? keeping that space between you and the ball. Are you moving the ball from your arms or from your spine and chest and the waist? Good. Now see if you can do it in response to my call. Let's go left and right, switching on the dantian. Still staying in the same plane and coming to dantian and switching. Let's all go S-curve from the top of the right, coming into a backward circle on the right. And again, switch back and forth, left and right, switching from the dantian. Let's try an S-curve through the air, backward circle. S-curve, oh, sorry, not that. Let me check again. Spiraling through the air in a backward vertical circle. Let's come back to the center, backward circle. Let's all do an S-curve from the top. In, out, in. Now you should be going in a forward circle. And again, see if you can spiral through the air. Pay attention to the language that your ball is communicating with you. Ball come back to your right side, vertical circling forward. From the bottom, let's do an S-curve into a backward circle. Very good. Let's change left to right, switching at the dantian. Left to right, switching by the chest. Spiraling through the air at the chest level. Good. Coming back down, just the full vertical circle. Slowly coming smaller and smaller to the dantian. And from there, we're going to change into the horizontal circle. So we always change by the dantian. So as we're coming in, watch me, I'm going to come to my dantian and then change horizontally. So to repeat that, again, I'm doing backward circle a few times. And I always change from the dantian as the center point. From the dantian, I change into a horizontal circle, in and out. So to repeat that again, I'm going from the backward circle. From the backward circle, when I come back to dantian, I can change into a horizontal circle. Very good. Now let's try it by a vertical circle forward, back to the dantian, and forward. Back to the dantian, let's all go horizontal circle, it doesn't matter, clockwise or counterclockwise. And remember to use pong, always creating that space for the ball to come in. And coming back to the dantian, we're going to go vertical forward. Coming back to the dantian, we're going to go horizontal again, any direction. So remember, the dantian is always changing point from horizontal to vertical, from left to right. So see if you can try a few times on your own. See if you can change yourself from horizontal, switch at the dantian into a vertical circle. And it can be always forward, backward, clockwise, and counterclockwise. On your own, changing at the dantian. See if you can add in an S curve. So let's all try that together. Let's start from vertical backward. A few times coming back to dantian. Let's change to horizontal at the dantian. Let's all go counterclockwise. From the counterclockwise, from the dantian, let's all go from dantian. See if you can do an S curve from there. Forward, backward, forward into a forward circle. Very nice. A few times, vertical forward. Let's try an S curve from the top and into a backward circle, and immediately go to counterclockwise from the horizontal. From the horizontal counterclockwise, still always keeping palm structure, roundness in the chest, roundness in the hands, all the way in the elbows. From the dantian, let's change to vertical, forward. And from the top, let's do an S curve, changing into a counterclockwise. Yeah. So what I'm doing is at the bottom of the S, I'm immediately changing into a horizontal circle. So to repeat it one more time and then try it on your own, let's all go vertical circle backward. From backward, let's go an S from the top. S curve in, out, and in. From the dantian, I immediately go into a clockwise or counterclockwise. Good. So practice a few times on your own, changing with an S curve into the horizontal circle. And remember, always change by coming back to the dantian. Good. Let's all try together. Let's go vertical backward. From vertical backward, at the top of the circle, let's do an S. And coming back to the dantian, let's go immediately to horizontal circle. And let's all try clockwise. So see if your ball is traveling in a clockwise circle. Clockwise circle, let's turn to our left, still going clockwise. Still going clockwise, let's turn our waist to the right. Coming back to the dantian. Still clockwise in the center. So, you ready for a challenge? Nod your head if you are ready for the challenge. Yes. Let's all try an S curve from the horizontal circle. Let's all try that together. So all of us, let's go clockwise 3 times. Back to dantian 1. Circle clockwise 2. Clockwise 3. From our dantian, let's draw an S curve coming to our left, right, and left. Now we should be in a counterclockwise circle. Try counterclockwise circle a few times. And check yourself. Are you using a lot of arms, or are you using your body, spine and chest? Counterclockwise circle, let's turn our waist to the left. And turn our waist to the right, still counterclockwise circle. Counterclockwise circle, coming back to the center, turning by our waist. We're getting ready to do an S curve from the top, from in front of us. So let's go 3 times counterclockwise. 1, coming back to dantian. 2, coming back to dantian. 3, coming back to dantian. And let's come back to the top of that horizontal circle. Let's draw an S. Go to my left, right, and left. Now you should see you're going in a clockwise circle. Let's try an S curve. Let's go 3 times first, horizontal clockwise. Let's go to dantian. 1, clockwise. Dantian. 2, clockwise. 3, clockwise. Dantian from the top. Let's draw a backward S, going right, left, and right. And you should be now in the outer of the yin-yang circle, doing a counterclockwise. Let's practice that again. Let's first do 3 times horizontal circle counterclockwise. Let's go 1, back to dantian, 2, back to dantian, 3, back to dantian. Let's come from the top again. S curve, left, right, and left. Now going clockwise, or I lost myself. Yeah, counterclockwise. Let's all check in. So let's all go counterclockwise. Let's go counterclockwise 1, counterclockwise 2, counterclockwise 3. Let's finish that. Let's come back to the top. Let's draw regular S and going into clockwise. Let's go clockwise 1, clockwise 2, clockwise 3. Let's come back to the top, draw backward S, and into counterclockwise. See if you can repeat that on your own 3 times, one direction, and try an S curve from the top. Check yourself, see if everybody can get back into a counterclockwise horizontal. Let's go counterclockwise circle 1, 2, 3. Let's go 1 time together from the top of the S, S curve 1, 2, and 3 clockwise. So our last step today, we're going to try an S curve from the bottom of the circle that's close to your dantian. So that's the bottom of the S. Let's come back to our dantian. Let's go 1 clockwise, 2 clockwise, 3 clockwise. From the bottom, from the dantian, let's draw a backward S. And now we should be going counterclockwise. Let's go together. Counterclockwise 1, counterclockwise 2, counterclockwise 3. From the dantian, let's draw regular S. From the bottom up. From the top, I become going into clockwise. Two more times together. Let's go circle clockwise 1, clockwise horizontal 2, clockwise horizontal 3. From the dantian, let's draw a backward S from the bottom, going into counterclockwise. Counterclockwise 1, counterclockwise 2, counterclockwise 3. From the dantian, let's draw a regular S from bottom up. Once you reach the top, clockwise. See if you can try a few times on your own, drawing an S from the bottom of the circle, from the bottom of the S curve, to change from clockwise to counterclockwise, and vice versa. And finish up 2 more times at your own pace from the bottom of the S. And let's try 2 times together. Let's all get to counterclockwise. Let's go counterclockwise together. Let's go 1. Counterclockwise 2. Counterclockwise 3. From the bottom, dantian, draw a regular S into clockwise. Remember, you're in a horizontal circle. Let's go clockwise 1, clockwise 2, clockwise 3, from the bottom of the S, a backward S, into counterclockwise. And as a finishing touch, let's all change from a horizontal circle. From the dantian, let's see you go into a vertical forward. Very good. From there, let me just see you go into a horizontal circle, counterclockwise. Very good. From there, let's see if you can do an S curve from the bottom, the dantian, regular S, into a clockwise. From there, let's see you change from the dantian into a backward circle. Very nice. Good. And let's let the circle get smaller and smaller. And let's slowly calm down the body, returning the chi back to the dantian. Now let's just pause there, holding the ball on our dantian. Take a few deep breaths and close your eyes to relax. Slowly come back. All right. Today, I think you passed my test. You were able to follow me, changing up and down, left and right, S-curves everywhere. So I'm very proud of you. And we're going to keep going. So if you haven't gotten it today, don't worry. We're going to keep repeating it. The S-curve is one of the hardest to wrap around our minds mentally. But that's how you change on the yin-yang. There's the line in the center that makes the S. And that's how you change from a yin to yang and a yang to yin. Good. So let's take a quick short break. Let's grab some water, go to the bathroom, and when we come back, let's apply it to the Tai Chi form for the rest of the class. Good. So coming back, we had a question during the break is, for example, when we're doing a backward circle, sometimes people are feeling maybe they're rocking to the back and onto the heels as if you're going to fall back. And my answer to that is rocking later will do. Later we'll do rocking by 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. So there's an actual rocking but supported by the legs. Right now we're doing what's called a stationary So we don't actually want the rocking. And sometimes it's as much as being aware, where is your center? If we're bringing our mind beyond our center, we're going to fall backward, our mental center here. If we bring our mental center in the front, that anchors us and prevents us from rolling to the back. So first step is the awareness. Awareness and then trying to change it. Now, to demonstrate, for example, what might be considered a wrong timing, and the wrong timing of the ball, for example, if I'm, first step, one mistake that I see a lot of people do, in the beginning, a lot of hands are moving. So can you see my spine is not moving and my chest is not moving, but you see my arms moving a lot. This is what I call the choo-choo train effect. And I see, oh no. Then I say, hey, remember the spine? And you start seeing the spine relax. I say, remember the chest. So then you see the chest cave in. Okay, so making space for the ball. So in terms of somebody asked me to try demonstrate the wrong timing, and this is a challenge for me, I have to undo what I know. So let me see. So see how I stand up straight? So my body has less connection with my ball. And if I slowly demonstrate it to correct what I'm looking for, body and ball move together. The dantian is always controlling the ball. See, if my dantian moves, my ball moves. If my dantian doesn't move, my ball doesn't move. Dantian moves, ball moves. And there's a connected timing between dantian and the ball. And again, I'm going to disconnect it so you see what it looks like. So you'll see the dantian is moving, the energy center is moving at its own rhythm, and my ball is moving in its own separate rhythm. And then I'm slowly going to connect both, dantian and ball. As if there's a string here, it pulls it back and moves it forward. String here, moves it back, moves it forward. And the better you get that connection, the better your Tai Chi practice will be. And you'll see it, the proof of it is in push hands. Okay? So this brings us back to what we call Tai Chi 13 postures. Tai Chi 13 postures, the two most important posture or energy pattern is Pong, that's number one, that's extreme yang, protecting the outer, and the opposite, the dantian, which is extreme yin. These two are the first and the last, which is the most two important. When you always coordinate the external with the internal, you'll see a totally different practice. So, let's see. Okay, so one question we had is also, can I show the breathing as I'm doing the horizontal movement of the ball? And as a general rule, anytime your hands come in, it's an inhale. Anytime you extend, exhale. So watch this. Every time I'm coming forward, exhale. Coming in, inhale. Push out, exhale. Inhale. See my hands extending, exhale. My hands coming in, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So this is just checking in with the breathing in the beginning. Later we add on another layer, which is called the grand circulation. For grand circulation, so not to get too complicated, but I would inhale, open Mingmen. Inhale further, coming up to Tatsui, my neck. And then it comes out my arms. So always leading the chi up to my arms and then exhaling. Inhale, open Mingmen, up my spine. Exhale. Inhale, Mingmen's open, up my spine. Down my arms, exhale. So I hope that answers the question. Okay. So let's just try, because we're running out of time, but let's try just a few movements. See if you can bring that Tai Chi ball feeling. Today we added the horizontal with an S curve. See if you can find that in the form, in the movements of the form, keeping as if that roundness is there all the time. So let's just walk through together a few steps. My feet are shoulder width apart, hands on the dantian level. Calming my mind into my center. Remember, the first most important is Pong, and the last one, which is most important, the center. From here, let's go in and open, leading chi up our spine to the base of the neck, leading it out the hands, floats up to shoulder height. Let's see a roundness there too. From there, let's drop with elbows. See this? There's a roundness here too. Here's a palm here. Coming all the way to the dantian level. I'm still in horse stance. 2 feet 50-50 apart. We're going to our right side. I'm going to go to my right, you go to yours. Let's go palm first. Look for that roundness. I'm turning my back foot left, turning my front foot right. They're at 45-degree angle. Dropping my elbow, middle fingers align. From here, from my back leg, align into the arms. So as if you're all aligned to push a car from your legs, from your back leg. See if you can stay there, repeat that a few times. How would you push a car from this posture? Good. So I'm going to show you spiraling like the ball. This we call a coiling movement. We coil a lot in Tai Chi with the elbows. See if you can generate a coil spiral. My elbow drops in Sparrow Tail right. There's a drop of the elbow and a spiraling forward motion. So check one mistake a lot of people make in Tai Chi Sparrow Tail. This is a two-dimensional movement. I'm only turning my hand from center to the side. Let's see if we can add a three-dimensional movement. That's a spiraling motion by dropping the elbow, spiraling forward. Yeah, so imagine it's like a screwdriver, it's spiraling through forward. There's a penetrating feeling. There's an extension. Same time, there's a push off the back foot. From there, let's repeat one move. From here, let's transfer to the next Sparrow Tail left. I'm shifting my weight over my front right leg, slightly kick to the knee, coming back into my climbing mountain, Deng San Fu. Horse stance, toes point forward. As soon as I'm here, I'm in Pong. And Pong, I'm going to use what's called a splitting power. That's one of the 13 postures. From 4-6 stance to climbing mountain, I'm going to split as if I'm splitting taffy. Good. So what I saw there is one mistake a lot of us make is there's only a two-dimensional movement from center to left. Let's see if we can add that spiraling motion just like the ball. Drop that elbow, spiral forward. Hey, much better. So again, split the taffy, but dropping that elbow and then spiraling forward. Hey, much better. That's beautiful. Try again. From the center, drop that elbow, spiral forward. And repeat. Remember, always drop that elbow, spiral it forward. Good. Up to there today. So today you'll see the key is we're looking for that spiraling motion just from the elbow into the hand. And it's the similar feeling as when you start spiraling the ball. It's a mentally similar. Hey, that's it. Nice. Good job. So now see if you can find that coiling of the elbow everywhere in Tai Chi. Everywhere in Tai Chi. So see if you can transform every movement of your Tai Chi from two-dimensional with spiraling everywhere. Okay? And always check yourself. Do you have Pong? Are you protecting that center? Good. Then you'll find the perfect alignment for your body. Good. So today we had only enough time to do the 3 movements. We'll slowly add on more movements so you'll find more of the Tai Chi Ball feeling in the Yang style Tai Chi sequence.